Walked through those doors on that first kindergarten morning, a lot of them in tears, a lot of parents in tears on that first morning as they get on the bus or coming through the school doors. And then where they are now as budding young adults headed to middle school to start a whole new chapter in their life. One thing I always think about when we do this day is, for many of us, this day kind of occurred when we were sixth graders, before there was middle schools and things like that. We left elementary school in sixth grade. And I still remember my sixth grade recognition ceremony, and I remember Miss Smith. Here, Miss Smith was my fifth grade redheaded teacher, and she played the part well as a redhead. As I tell many of the students, a lot of them have sat with me before. We all know as adults, and we never try to portray ourselves as perfect, because none of us are. And it's important for us to model that we make mistakes. Adults make mistakes. We all make mistakes as we grow. That's part of growing. We need our kids to know that and know that that's human and that you learn and move on from that. Miss Smith was one of those people in my life that made that difference. I was kind of a goofball in elementary school. A lot of them I told, the self-control line, practice the self-control. Mr. Klapmeyer had a 0 in that. Kindergarten through 5th grade, to be honest with you. And it wasn't until Miss Smith had a talk with me, a one-on-one talk one day when everyone outside recess, something like a teacher never had really done, like a real talk, like I want to talk with you one-on-one as a person who cares. And I had parents who cared, but you do your own thing when you're at school sometimes. And she just had a moment with me and said, when are you going to make the decision? Where are you headed? What do you want to be like when you go to the next level? When you go to junior high? What do you want to be the class clown? Do you want to be the role model student? Do you want to be the one people look to? And it's someone, Miss Smith, that talk, I still remember, and then I bounced at her and, watched her pet since that years and years ago. And so I hope for our 5th graders, someone in this building, kindergarten through 5th grade, there's been a teacher in your life, that as you walk out these doors of Burke Elementary, there's someone in this building, whether it may be a teacher you had or someone else you went to for art, music, or PE, or a support teacher, that one of the teachers in this building has made that difference for you. That there'll be someone in this building that as you walk away from this building 5 or 10 years from now, you will still remember that teacher or that person in your head that's made a difference for you. One thing I like to do during this ceremony too is recognize our parents. I can say Burke Elementary, this is at the end of my 4th year here at this building, so I've been with these students since they were 2nd graders. Burke Elementary is successful and is one of the best schools in this district because we have and always do have tremendous parent support. We have a tremendous PTA that is supportive, not only financially, but with time and wanting to know any way that they can help, not just giving money or buying things. So I want to thank you, our PTA students. Let's give your parents a round of applause. Not just on days like this. Many of you come many other days for no reason at all. So we appreciate that and it's recognized. I wanted to kind of wrap up my thoughts today with a poem. I'm kind of big on poetry because I think it's a quick read and it can be powerful. I'm not went into long read. Maya Angelou is a poet many of us are familiar with. We hear about her all the time. So I know her all the time. But she has lots of powerful poems. A book I've had for years. Things I refer to in here, a collection of her poems. And one of them is Still I Rise. And many of you might be familiar with that poem. And I picked it today because I know that even though they're moving on and today is a celebration and so many of them have done a wonderful job, middle school and high school can be a time of challenges, personally and as far as your profession, education-wise. So it's important to remember how important all of you are, that each one of you matters. You can't let other people tell you otherwise. And if people do, you search for people that believe in you. So if you'll bear with me as I read through this poem. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you vexed with gloom? Because I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides. Just like hopes springing high, still I rise. Do you want to see me broken? Bow my head, lower my eyes, shoulders falling like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awfully hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines in my backyard. You may shoot me down with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like air, I rise. Does my confidence upset you? Does it come as a surprise? That I dance like I've got diamonds, and your words won't make me cry. Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Out of the past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestor gave and my family has given. I am the dream and the hope. I rise, I rise, I rise. And at this time, all fifth graders would like you to rise. Rise, let's get